Hey, I'm Matt,
I'm Corey.
and you're watching Toasted.
I'm Corey, play guitar and backup vocals for Trivium.
You're saying backup vocals, but I think you didn't do any vocals on this new record?
No, I do them on the records, but I do a lot live, so I think I earned that tag.
Okay, and you're also going to do that with the new songs?
Yeah, some parts. There's a lot of stuff on the record that it's kind of back and forth with different singing styles where it's kind of hard to, you can't really do one person do both stuff like back and forth, so it's kind of like there's a lot of stuff that I'm going to do, and then just got to figure out which parts he wants to do because there's a lot of going back and forth between vocal styles and stuff, so I'll still do a lot of stuff for the new stuff and old stuff, so I do a lot of screaming live, so.
You're gonna try that out in rehearsal or something?
Yeah, we haven't had a chance to rehearse the new stuff since we recorded it, so we got to figure out all the vocal parts. So.
When are you going to do that?
Once we get back from our press trip, we have like 2 weeks of rehearsals before we go play some shows in Japan. So we have a lot of shit to rehearse.
Do you actually already know which songs you guys are going to play live from the new record?
Yeah, we're going to start off since we played a bunch of shows before the record comes out, so we're only going to play like a couple. And by the time we actually start playing some shows, there'll be like some songs on the internet, kind of like pre-album release stuff. So we'll have a few songs, and then once the record gets out there and people know the stuff, we'll start adding some more songs here and there into the set. So we got probably I think 3 or 4 songs we're gonna do for the upcoming shows. Okay. So that'd be fun. Play some fun.
Is it hard to play some new stuff?
No, we did before we recorded this record. We rehearsed these songs so many times that it's like not a big deal. The only thing is just like as I said, like getting the vocal parts down since we never rehearsed them with the singing. So it's like we played the songs musically like for like 4 or 5 months before we recorded it. So that stuff's a piece of cake. So pretty much just rehearsing the vocals.
You guys actually have already this is your 5th record, right?
It's our fourth album.
Okay.
We had like a demo before, but it wasn't actually released like on a record label. So.
Okay. But and you guys tried to have a more live vibe with this album, but why not a live album?
Because there's a lot more to this than a live album. That's just kind of like straight live, just a couple like what we play live recorded. And this one's got like the live vibe of actually playing the full song and everything, but then there's a lot of layering and stuff added on and layered underneath and stuff that you couldn't do live because you need like more than just the 4 of us to play it. So there's just a lot of intricate little things. It's more about just capturing the energy of what a live show has on an album. So that's just pretty much the thing. We'll eventually do like a live thing, but there's a lot more to the record than just what you hear live.
Okay, but there are any plans really for doing a live record or a live DVD?
Not really anything right now. There's maybe at the end of our tour cycle for this record, which won't be till like 2010 something, maybe doing a live DVD. And also we got like a lot of video camera stuff that the whole time we're touring for this record, we're going to be just taping a lot of like bootleg stuff and also just like on tour footage from traveling around to incorporate into some kind of DVD at some point, but that's kind of a little ways down the road. We're going to deal with that.
Like those old Pantera videos, something like that.
Maybe just kind of having a lot of different style of footage and just kind of capture all the elements of what it's like to be on tour besides just the show and seeing us drinking beer or something in the dressing room, like show you all the traveling and just different places we've been. So just trying to get the whole vibe of what touring is like for a band. So all the shitty traveling and stuff and then all the fun stuff as well. So
and why do you want people to know that?
I think it's just fun for fans just to see like what a band, what it's like. And a lot of bands have like DVDs and stuff that they kind of show that stuff, but I guess individually for what it's like for us, like what our band's like on tour. So we're different than, say, you watch a Pantera home video, we don't act like that all the time. So it'd be a different, like, you get to see kind of like a glimpse into like, what our daily thing is on tour, which would be different than anyone else. So it's kind of just give you a little peek into our daily lives, I guess.
People have something to look forward to, but you don't know when it's coming out.
No, we don't really have that footage yet because we haven't toured yet. So we got to work on gathering all that footage before we can put a DVD together. So
do you regret not taping the tours you've already done?
We've gotten a lot of stuff the past, like for the Crusade tours and stuff. But before that, we didn't have cameras. We were just a poor little band in a van. So there's a lot of stuff from like early on, from like the Ascendancy tours and recording the record. There's a lot of stuff that I wish we documented and recorded, because looking back on it now, it'd be pretty funny to watch all the shit we used to get into when we were like 19 on tour in the U.S. and stuff. So I wish we had that stuff. So now we're trying to like make up for it by trying to get more shit than we really need. So just so we can like look back like 10 years from now and just see a bunch of shit we did when we were like in our 20s. So
it's going to be 3-4 hours long.
Who knows? Put as much as we can fit, I guess.